for one night only, the feeling returned. Ladies and gentlemen, I just witnessed the best episode of AEW Dynamite in a dog's age. Over a year. Top to bottom. Excellent wrestling. And that's all it needed to be. That's all it needed to be. Top quality wrestling with some hits of storyline advancement. We got the introduction of Josh Alexander, who turned heel and joined the Don Callis family. Lots of potential there. Canadian. Can't go wrong there, just saying. First time ever, we saw Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks, take on Athena. And the match delivered. It delivered as well as I was hoping it would. So good that I hope Tony Khan runs it back. Tony Khan, if you hear this message, run it back. You gotta run it back. At All In especially. I know the temptation is to have Mercedes Moné be the one to fight Toni Storm for all the gold, for all the belts. Let's not do that. Please, let's not do that. Not at All In. Let's use this opportunity to create two big-time blockbuster matches. So we all know the finals for the women's Owen Hart Cup will be Jamie Hayter and Mercedes Moné. I hope you do the right thing and put Jamie Hayter over Mercedes, and you set up Jamie Hayter and Toni Storm, and then we go back to Athena and Mercedes. Those two women matches, those two female wrestling matches alone are worthy of All In. But I'm sorry, you cannot give me Athena and Mercedes and not do it again after that performance. You gotta run it back. You gotta run it back. Will Ospreay and Konosuke Takeshita might have had a match of the year candidate. I'm not gonna jump the gun, but I'm still considering whether or not that was the best Dynamite match I've ever seen. The fact that I'm even thinking about it being the best Dynamite match I've ever seen should tell you how good it was. Outstanding. I felt like I robbed AEW watching it for free. This show, Spring BreakThru, felt more like a pay-per-view than the actual pay-per-view. The one that I spent $50 on, Dynasty. That hot pile, steaming piece of garbage. I'm sorry. You can't sit here and tell me that this episode was inferior to that pay-per-view. That pay-per-view was a mockery of AEW. That was one of the worst shows they've ever put on. One of the worst pay-per-views they've ever put on. And so they had to make up for it. Especially on WrestleMania week. So I appreciate them for doing this. We got new AEW Trios Champions. The Opps. Samoa Joe. Katsuyori Shibata. Not Hook, but Powerhouse Hobbs. Why does that work more? I love Hook, but Powerhouse Hobbs actually fits in more with what Samoa Joe wants to do. But, sure. New Trios Champs, the Death Riders fail. They have fallen. About goddamn time. And I gotta say, man, they sent the crowd home happy. Once again, this show was a great example of why AEW moving to smaller crowds was one of the best decisions Tony Khan has ever done. Smaller crowds for the weekly shows. Pay-per-views, go crazy. But the smaller crowds here made the most sense. I thought this was their best crowd all year. The energy they brought to the show made it feel a lot more special than it already was. You will not see me say one negative thing about this episode. I can say a lot of negative things about AEW as of lately. That they deserve, by the way. Everything that I've said negatively about them over the last year or so, they've deserved it. They deserved it. But I will say, This is one of those occasions where, and we throw this phrase around a lot, the feeling has been restored. Restoring the feeling. The feeling was restored for one night. The feeling came back for one night. This felt like old AEW. It felt like they had a mission tonight. It felt like it had a purpose tonight. And I wish, I'm not going to get this next week, but I wish Tony Khan would aim to reproduce this feeling over and over and over and over again. You have the roster to do it, Tony. You really have the roster to put on bangers like this if you wanted to.
Off topic, but is Banks vs. Bianca WM37 a top 10 Mania match for you?
Let me sit on that. That's a good question. It's definitely a classic. It might be, actually. I never actually considered what my top 10 Mania matches would be. Something to think about. I'll let you know. It could be. Anyways. Yeah. I'm literally trying to nitpick this show in live time right now. I can't. See, that's how it should be. You should give me a show that was so goddamn good that you leave me no room to critique it. I hope Tony Khan realizes this is the kind of show we should be getting regularly. Not every once in a blue moon. No. This is the standard. You can have this kind of episode with the roster you have weekly. You might not be able to meet the kind of, how do I put this? The quality that we got from Will Ospreay and Konosuke Takeshita. I'm not expecting that every single week. But the energy, the way it flowed, the excitement, the in-ring action, I see no reason why we can't have this quality of an episode, at least close to it, every single week. I mean, even the tag match. The Hurt Business taking on the Agony, the something, Gates of Pain, Gates of Agony, Agony of the Gates, whatever the book. Gates of Agony, right? Okay, cool. Those guys. Yeah, you had MJF go out there, and then he brought out the ladies. The Godfather would be proud. Get up, boy! Okay, they're not hoes. I'm not gonna call them that. All I'm saying is, light that blood up and say, pimpin' that easy. Come on. Taking it back. Anyways, I'm starting to grow. I'm starting to grow on the MJF Hurt Business storyline. At first, I was just kind of sitting here like, what are we doing? This makes no sense, but kind of liking it. I don't see this lasting long. I don't think MJF is like going to actually join them. But weekly, let's see what they can do. Let's see how this goes. I'm actually willing to give it some time now, because after a while I was just like, why? This makes no sense. But now I'm like, I don't know where it's going. Don't know what the point of this is, but I'm entertained. So let's see where it goes. Oh, you know, Shelton Benjamin had him some fun. Bobby, I don't know, because he's married? Bobby's married, right? Last I checked. Y'all check that for me. I'm not sure if Shelton's married either, but I think Shelton is single. I'm not too sure. Y'all just let me know. Alright? Maybe they're both married. Yeah, quite frankly, I got nothing to complain about. The best episode of Dynamite that I have seen in over a year. No, next week is not going to be as good. I've already accepted that. That's fine. But you know what? I don't need it to be as good. I just need it to be good. Can I just get a good episode? What's wrong with that? Just give me a good episode. Tonight was an excellent episode. I just want a good episode. And I'll be happy. You will never see me say another negative thing about Dynamite ever again. I see Tony Khan on Twitter saying, "We did it, guys! The greatest Dynamite ever!" And I go, yeah, sure. I'm pretty sure he'll say the same thing about next week's Dynamite. But, yeah, this is one of those occasions where, Tony, you get to have this one. You get to say it. You get to say the word. Go ahead and say it, Tony. Someone just turns over to Tony. He goes, "It's great!" Yes, Tony, it was great. I'll do you one better. It was excellent. It was excellent. Now do it again. Yeah, now we get to the point where, now that I've seen it, I want it again. Might not be as good, but now that you show me that you still got it, keep it going. Keep this in mind. AEW, and I think this is official, AEW has officially surpassed WCW Nitro in terms of its weekly runtime. It has more episodes now. It has outlasted WCW Nitro. Congratulations. That's a great thing to say. Come on. That's a great thing to say. It outlived WCW Nitro. Well, definitely outlived ECW. Of course it outlived ECW, but I'm just saying, like, the longest running episodic wrestling show behind WWE, you're not going to be able to, I don't know if you're going to be able to catch up to them unless they go out of business tomorrow, and then you'll have like a 10-year head start, I guess. But yeah, someone just wrote it down for me. AEW Dynamite has had 289 episodes. WCW Nitro has had 288 episodes. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. For real. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. So, if you guys don't mind, I kind of want to get this rolling. Let's get rolling, yeah. And then we'll go ahead and get us out of here. We got ourselves a WrestleMania week to look forward to. But let's go ahead and give AEW their flowers. Thank you all so much for joining me. You could be anywhere else. Here, in the YouTube space, you chose me. And so I'm going to give you what you deserve. And that is the best review for Dynamite. So if this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, you're at it. Help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks if you would like to donate after the fact. You can. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram. Give me a follow on Spotify. Give me a follow on Cameo. Give me a follow on Threads. Follow us on Discord. Follow me on Blue Sky, where the skies are clearer. And give me a follow on TikTok, for I am the tickest of the talkiest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on you. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalexsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi and get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Taste and Teespring. Are you a Just Alex guy? Then join the club. Get you an I'm a Just Alex guy t-shirt. Hot off the press. Also, get you an old school The Last Man t-shirt, get you a new school Alex's World t-shirt, and many, many more t-shirt designs coming your way. So stay tuned, join the cause, expand the brand today, right here, in Alex's World. When you're in my world. Thank you too, once again, SeatGeek, for being the sponsors of this broadcast. If you're looking for a nice deal on ticket purchases, you're not going to find them at Ticketmaster. You're not going to find them at StubHub, but you will find them at SeatGeek, because they want to offer you a sweet deal on any ticket purchase. If you use the promo code JustAlex, you will get $20. I said $20 off on your first purchase. If that's something you're interested in, then how's about we get a quick word from our sponsor before we get to some shout-outs. Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you're a wrestling fan looking for access to great seats for any wrestling event near you, then you want to use this app. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek stands as the unrivaled #1 ticketing app in the market today. SeatGeek constantly delivers incredible deals on ticket prices. When you're exploring the app, keep an eye out for the special green dots that mark the best deals. What's even better is that every ticket you purchase is backed by SeatGeek's buyer guarantee, with the option to return your tickets and even swap them before the events. So here's an exclusive for you. If you click the link down below and use the promo code JUSTALEX, you can get $20 off your first purchase. Yes, $20 off any ticket that you purchase using the promo code JUSTALEX. This is a sweet deal that you could use literally right now. So don't wait. Click the link, download the app, and join the SeatGeek family today. Thank you all so much for joining me. Please show your love to the Mod Squad, Ultra, Star Knights and Firestar Heart, Elias, Ademi, New Japan Pro Wrestling Go, Khalil does everything. Highway Dylan, a Danger, Teflon Don, the Mod Father, and of course Big MGM. They all help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us. Please be sure you like the video, because the more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost the algorithm by hitting that like button. Also, super chats are on. Get your donations in for WrestleMania week. Quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, WrestleMania this weekend, I will be live after all shows. That includes the one after WrestleMania. So be sure you tune into that. Super Chat Championship will be on the line, both of them. The International Championship will be on the line this Saturday for night 1. The World Super Chat Championship will be on the line this Sunday. So don't miss out, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to miss out. Trust me on that. Who's here? Who we got here? I see. Well, don't my eyes deceive me. Is that Anthony? Alright. Where have you been, Anthony? Mr. White? Why haven't I seen you around? I don't see you around for the WWE or SmackDown streams or the WWE pay-per-view streams. I best to see you for WrestleMania. Speaking of not seeing you around enough, Mike Pringle, where have you been? Where have you been, Mike Pringle? You in here talking about Triple H. I want to talk about you. I better see you for WrestleMania weekend, sir. Game Shot, good to see you. Juan Orozco, Aaron Teagle, JJ, who let the dogs out? Ooh. JJ Bulldog. I see Trey Losado, Joe Arredondo, Joseph Winters. Ooh, let me scroll down a little bit. Let me see if I Pikachu Black, Chris Gallegos. Gallegos? Did I say it right? Chris Gallegos. Shadow Star. Honestly, Alyx, I think this is their best Dynamite episode ever. Wow. This is the best one? Debatable. It's definitely one of their best. I would have to go back through all the episodes that they've had over the last 6 years. I don't know. See, they've had some great episodes, though. We'll have to see. We'll have to play it by ear. You might be right. Juan Orozco. The Sympathizer. Pathizer? That's it, right? The Sympathizer? The Sympathizer. When I said it fast, it clicked. The Sympathizer. I see what you did there. You funny. Ha ha ha. Get the joke. The last one's gonna go to. Who's he gonna go to? Rolando Sabio, right? Rolando Sabio. Close enough. Thank you all so much for being here. Please like the video. That does actually help with the algorithm. But let's go ahead and get to this review. Anthony White says he doesn't have the energy to sit through 8 to 9 hours. Don't sit through 8 to 9 hours. Sit through 4 hours and then come watch my review. That will be about an hour and a half. Sounds good? Sweet. Let's do that. All right, get your donations in. Give me your thoughts about the show. Give me your scores. Give me your grades, and I'll look at them afterwards. Thank y'all again for tuning into my live stream. The only one that's important. Sound good? Yes, I know there are other people live, but I'm the one that matters. I'm the only one that matters because I'm the best around. Nothing's gonna ring me down. You're the best. All right, let's go. So they were live. AEW Dynamite was live in Boston's MGM Music Hall. They packed that bitch out. There wasn't a single chair open. And those fans were excited to be there. They really were excited to be there. The best way to open in Boston is with Boston's favorite, Mercedes Moné, taking on Athena. Now I gotta say, at first I was thinking, are you sure you want to open with this? Are you sure? How are we gonna follow this up? Well, they found a way to follow it up, but damn, they had a hard time doing it. First time ever, Athena, Mercedes Moné, they never got a chance to wrestle in WWE. We never saw Ember Moon versus Sasha Banks. But Athena versus Mercedes Moné delivered on all levels. This was everything I wanted. This gave me pay-per-view quality vibes. Run it back. I would gladly throw $50 at you for this match again. Run it back. Athena versus Mercedes Moné was everything you could want. From the moment the moment the bell rung, holy shit chance. And the action that they gave us, fast-paced for 25 minutes straight. Fast-paced, they did not slow down, and they beat the piss out of each other. You just know that these two were going to have a classic match. They have that chemistry. They have that air around them. Now, people are very upset that Mercedes won. I'm not. You had to get someone a victory here. One of them had to win. I was a little terrified that they were going to do a double count out or some kind of a non-finish. No, their first match, there needs to be a winner. And so I'm happy that it was Mercedes, so now Athena has a reason to chase her, as it should be. And so I think what should happen, since Mercedes Moné is going to be in the finals at Double or Nothing, I think Athena should get involved. I think Athena should cost her. And we do one more, Athena versus Mercedes Moné. All in. Let's do it. Now, Jamie Hayter is going to fight Mercedes in the finals. That's just how it is. I hope Jamie gets the victory, reestablish Jamie as a main event player, send her after Toni Storm. Now you have 2 blockbuster matches with the females at All In. You can't go wrong with that. My biggest fear is Tony Khan will do the match that Vince McMahon would want, which is 2 top champions fighting each other for all the belts. Let's not do that. Not at All In. Okay? Do the right thing. Mercedes loses to Jamie Hayter. Okay. South Park. Mercedes loses. Jamie Hayter, Toni Storm, Mercedes Moné, Athena. Run it back. Run it back, Tony. I will double the amount. How much you want? You want 100? This is worth 100. I'll pay 100 again to see Mercedes and Athena. Some of y'all like, you lying. I ain't paying no 100 for nothing. Okay, relax. I was just hypothetically speaking, that I would. But yeah, Mercedes needs to be screwed. by Athena. Not the other way of screwing. See, now this is getting awkward. Let me just move on. I love the match. It was excellent. Mercedes won. She goes on to the finals to hopefully lose to Jamie Hayter. Next up, we have, if I'm not mistaken, backstage promo. Hangman Page gets interrupted by Boo, the Elite. CM Punk. CM Punk. CM Punk. Cry me a river. The Elite, the new Elite, meet Hangman Page backstage and say, hey, so you're going to win the tournament for us because we love you. And even though you hate us, we know you actually do love us. So, yeah. Heartsies. And that's what they did. And then Okada's like, hey, why are you frowning so much? Like that Rock promo that he cut on Triple H. The blue hell you so angry about? That's what he did to Hangman. Smile! And then Hangman Page walked away. And Okada said, bitch! You know, he had to get it in one time. He had to get it in once. And Hangman said, what the fuck you say to me? It was great. It was great. He had to get it in. Speaking of Hangman Page, he had the wild card match. The wild card ended up being Josh Alexander. Walking weapon. Wow. Alright. Sounds good to me. So the walking weapon is now in AEW. They had a really good match. Very good match. Hangman Page did win. Yes, the walking weapon lost his debut match. I know some of you hate that. Why don't you have him lose his debut match? It's about the story they tell. Okay? I'm not putting Josh Alexander over Hangman Page. You're out of your mind if you think that. And he beat him by a roll-up. He didn't beat him by his finisher, by the way. And so after the match, Don Callis' family comes out. Kyle Fletcher is getting his ass kicked. Don Callis gets in the ear of Josh Alexander. Josh Alexander listens to the devil on his shoulder, and he attacks Hangman Page. He turns heel. A heel turn on his debut, like Okada. Wow. And he joins the Don Callis family. Josh Alexander and the Don Callis family. Wow. I like it. That actually works very well. Not because they're both Canadian, but I think the type of wrestler that Don Callis manages and the walking weapon is, I see a lot of potential in this. Don't fumble it. It actually works, Tony. So they attack Hangman Page, get the heat on him. Kyle Fletcher lays him out for their match whenever the hell they have it. Was it next week? Cool with me. Patriarchy. Does anybody care? I don't. So Cage is all like, hey, don't disappoint me. Get that Ring of Honor Championship next week. Okay? Gates of Agony lose to the Hurt Syndicate because they hurt people. They hurt people. And then afterwards, MJF comes out. MJF still wants to be the white boy in the black man team because he wants to be that odd one. He wants to be the Owen Hart. I'm not a nugget! Woo! Basically, he wants to be the Owen Hart in the group. How appropriate. Anyways, MJF comes out. He's all like, hey, I know what y'all want. And then he brings out a special guest to enter the Hurt business. We're all thinking Cedric Alexander. Nope. Even better. Women. Lots of them. Because objectification fuck the world. Why not? They came out looking fine. Looking good. I felt like Booker T when he's watching Stephanie McCurr. I'ma stop. Okay. Yeah, but them girls, damn. Now, MJF, if you don't end up getting in the Hurt business, I would like to offer you an opportunity to join Alyx's World Foundations. You know, we can just take that deal and work with it. You know, I like to discuss the deal that you just made. Like maybe make some minor changes. You know, free trial, if you will. Okay. Anyways, he was in the segment. They said no because I don't know. Why would you say no to that? But Shelton Benjamin got him a watch. But yeah, they denied MJF access into the Hurt business. But MJF was cool about it. He's like, you know what? You can have the watch. You can have the ladies. And trust me, I always get what I want because my name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and I'm better than you and your mama. No, okay, that's not what he said. You get the whole idea, dag nabbit. But yeah, they walked away with the ladies, and I said, "Woo wee, shuckadunky, quack, shuckadunky, quack, quack." Just saying. You know what I'm saying, JJ Bulldog? All right, let's keep going. So, I think after this, they did Konosuke Takeshita versus Will Ospreay. This match, this was one of those matches that after it was done, I had to sit on it for a minute and go, was that the best match I've ever seen in Dynamite history? I literally would have to go through all the matches, but I'm leaning towards yes. I'm not too sure. I'm not confident. It's not a confident yes. It's a yeah with a question mark. This match was outstanding. This is the kind of match that Dave Meltzer would throw 6 stars at. It's definitely getting 5 stars. The spot where Konosuke Takeshita clotheslines Ospreay, he lands on his feet, goes for a springboard cutter, the Oz cutter, and then gets elbowed in the face. And then freaking, I think he kicked out, right? Ospreay kicked out at 1, popped up, hits the hidden blade, Konosuke kicks out at 1. That shit was great. That spot alone made it one of the best matches they've ever done. I don't know, man. Like, I would be hard-pressed to find a better match than this. I'm actually considering calling this the best match ever in terms of AEW Dynamite. The best AEW Dynamite match that I've ever seen. The chemistry between Ospreay and Takeshita is next level. Ospreay won again, by the way. Ospreay won again. He beat Takeshita, moves on in the tournament. And because of how good it was, Takeshita doesn't look weak in defeat. He doesn't look weak in defeat. He doesn't look weak in defeat. He doesn't look weak in defeat. There it is. Let's see what they do, man. Let's see what they do. I thought this was outstanding. 10 stars. Break the scale. I don't care, Dave Meltzer. It broke the scale for me. And then the main event was the Death Riders versus the Opps. Now, the Opps did not have Hook because apparently he's sick. He threw up last week, so we don't know how long he's going to be out. It also didn't have Pac. John Moxley replaced him. So, it was the Opps with Powerhouse Hobbs versus the Death Riders. And the Opps won. What the hell? Samoa Joe choked out John Moxley. We had the Young Bucks go out there. They were sideswiped by Swerve, a Strickland. And yeah, the good guys won. The crowd was sent home happy. I can't believe I'm saying it, but yes, Samoa Joe might end up fighting John Moxley for that belt at Double or Nothing. Please win. Please win. Or they're probably going to do one of those Stampede matches. Stadium Stampede matches. Anarchy in the Arena, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Where shit hits the fan. But they sent the crowd home happy. They sent the crowd home happy. Congratulations to the Opps. The optics look good for the Opps. Hey, play on words. Anyways, yes, this was an excellent episode. Their best Dynamite episode in over a year. Please go back and watch it if you have not. But give me your scores. Give me your grades. I'm just curious to know how you felt about it. Paid enthusiasts, where the fizzle have you been? Haven't seen you in a minute. He says, I know Mercedes Moné gets a lot of flack for her pro microphone skills, but damn it, she proved it tonight. She's one of the best, very best female in-ring performers in wrestling, as well as Athena. Yeah, she proved why she gets the big bucks. Like she always does. Trelisado, now unfortunately I got a feeling that the trios titles are going to go back to the Death Riders. Now I think it's done. I think we're about to close the book on the Death Riders. Once and for all. As they should. He says, I'm glad the Death Riders lost. Now, will Hook be recognized as a champion under the Freebird rule? Hope so. Let's see. Shadow Star says he's correcting his opinion. He says, actually, Alex, let me correct my opinion. Actually, okay, you don't sound like that. Actually, let me correct my opinion. You don't sound like that. My bad. But he does say, let me correct my opinion. I think this is the best Dynamite of the year so far. Oh, that's it? That ain't saying much. This is the best Dynamite I've seen in over a year. How about that? Joseph Winters gives it an 8 out of 10. Gerard Deno gives it a 10 out of 10. Carlene Williams. That match between Will and Konosuke was probably the best TV match I've gotten to see live. Wow. Ever? Ever. Like, period. Not just AEW, but WWE, period, right? I heard that the Mania ticket prices are $5,000 and $8,000. Yeah, they were super expensive because we're considering both nights, right? It's not just one night; it's both nights. So yeah, they do get that high. Pace Enthusiast gives it a 9 out of 10. JJ Bulldog gave it a 7 out of 10. Really? It wasn't it, Chief? Joseph Winters gives it an 8 out of 10. Trailer Southern gave it a 7. Man, what's going on with y'all? I'm giving it at least a 9. Yeah, I would give it a 9. Mike Pringle, 9 out of 10. I work Monday and Friday nights, but I'll be here Saturday and Sunday. Right? Right? You know, Alex, you're not both on that Tony what? I've already lost what you was trying to say there, sir. Anthony White says, the fact that the Death Riders lost the trio title should definitely tell you that Moxley is dropping the belt. What? Say less. Please drop it to Darby Allin. Please drop it to Darby Allin. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me for this live stream. I had a good time talking about it. Again, give me your thoughts down below. Comments. What does this Dynamite rank for you? Best Dynamite in years? Did Konosuke Takeshita and Will Ospreay have the best match on Dynamite, period? Let me know. Alright, let me get out of here. Thank you for watching. Do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. I love you all. And I will catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's world. A place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Peace. When you're when you're